What's up, everybody? PG Braun here, president of Blackstone Labs, with, of course, Keone the Prodigy and a special guest. Do you want to introduce yourself, everybody?
Yes. So my name is Kopfle. I'm a Bikini pro, and I'm here just to train down in Boca with these two guys. So I'm excited.
And today we're going to reverse it a little bit.
I was going to let you start and do the whole "What's up, everybody" and intro the video, but it wouldn't be the same if I didn't start it the same way. So today, guys, I'm actually not going to train either of them. Katie became a client of mine 5 weeks out from Tampa, and we worked really closely with her nutrition and supplementation. She was training hard on her own. She likes to train on her own, but living with Keone, I don't know too many people train harder than him, so I thought, why not have Keone train her, and I'm gonna watch from the outside, make sure he's doing a good job for when I'm not around. I might have to intervene, but I'm gonna do a little fit couple action today and let Keone take her through a badass, what are we training? Back workout today, so we'll see how he does. I'll give him a grade at the end. I know she trains hard too, so we'll see. This is my first chance of actually watching it go down, so I'm excited. Here at Pure Life in Boca, thank you, of course, for always letting us film. And that's it, let's get into it.
Since they don't have the cables, we usually when we do the cables, we usually do like a superset TBar Row with lat pull down just to get a lot of blood flowing. So since we got this lat pull down machine, so you're gonna start off with this 20 to 15 reps. We're gonna do like 2-3 warm-up sets, and then we're gonna do like maybe 3 working sets and go from there. Just at it with some seated rows. She's gonna keep her hands up nice and high.
Back looks good.
How many weeks out? X amount of weeks out?
Now she's, from the next one, Hurricane, she's about 7 weeks out.
7 weeks out.
Yep.
7 weeks out back.
She goes right after, basically right after you.
Keep your head up, chin up, hard as you can. Just like hitting a double by. Just like we practice at home. I notice when you squeeze out more and more, strides, more just come out.
A lot of people don't take the time to squeeze their contractions.
I like to put my middle finger right between her back just to make sure she's getting that full squeeze in.
That's actually your pinky finger.
Did I say my pinky?
You said your middle finger.
Oh, pinky finger. Low carbs, don't worry. Now I'm gonna have her do, for her third set, she's gonna hold 5. So she's gonna hold 5 for 3 to 5 seconds, and she's gonna crank out 5. So she's gonna do the same thing back over again. So you're gonna hold 5, and you're gonna rep out 5, hold 5, rep out 5. gonna do the same exact thing on the seated row. This is what you call force reps. Our back is pretty much getting fatigued a little bit because we're doing these supersets. Just really shocking the muscle at this point now. So now we're gonna go to the next exercise. Now she's nice and warm up, got all the blood in her back. Now she's gonna do lat pullovers with the cable. A lot of people do these wrong. Some people overarch their back. I like to focus on the stretch. Get that full stretch on the lat. And you wanna focus on the bottom. Squeeze at the bottom. Squeeze at the bottom and stretch. She's gonna do 20. Really targeting that lower lat. I always practice strict form when I'm at the house because I feel like it's very important. Bikini girls do lift weights too, by the way. So don't feel like you have to.
The vascularity coming out already.
Just get your weight, whatever you need. So she's gonna do incline rows. This is my very favorite. Some people call them skiers, some people call them rows. We're not gonna ski. Skiers are usually focused on the lower lat. We're just gonna focus more on the upper back. So she's just gonna roll literally straight up. She's gonna do 20. She's gonna do 20. Just drive those elbows back, squeeze up top. At this point, her biceps are pretty pumped too, just from a lot of rowing, but we're gonna fight that, so go straight there. for the pump. You looking good. Now we're gonna do some rows. Your back is good for rows?
Yeah, we'll try.
So just for some barbell rows?
It should be okay.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. So now we're gonna do another little superset. I like to do, usually on back day, I like to add in a little rear delts. That's very, very important. Some people do rear delts on shoulders. Some people do rear delts on their back day. I like to do on my back day. It's part of your back double bicep. It's part of her back pose. So we're gonna do some easy barbell rows. We're gonna superset it with some face pulls with the rope. So let's get it. Matter of fact, and I lied to you guys, we're gonna add in one more delt exercise. So we're gonna do 2 delts, 1 back. She's gonna do come right over here to the pec deck machine. And we're just coming across. Everybody's favorite. Right here. So the rep scheme is gonna be 15. So you're gonna do 15 rolls, 15 face pulls, 15 on the pec deck. Which one you got? On your hand.
Tell me the scheme that you have it doing.
We're gonna do 15. So I like to switch up, make it a little different. I wanna do 15 rows.
Yeah.
Easy bar rows. Then we're gonna do.
But you have her doing rear delt exercise.
I'm throwing rear delts with it.
Do underhand then.
Nice form. Form better than a lot of these people.
So for those of you watching, if you're curious why I suggested underhand, because she's getting all the rear delt recruitment in with these other exercises, you know, switch it up and kind of disengage the rear delts a little bit more with this underhand row. When you switch to an overhand, you're going to incorporate the rear delt a lot more that way. And I'd like her to get the squeeze going in more in her lat insertion instead.
Sure your weight is fine. And sometimes instead of the rope, I like to use the actual handles when I do my face pulls. Same thing. Right above. Make sure you do it right above the nose. 15. Good squeeze. Kind of rub y'all. I kind of rub some stuff off you, PJ.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Do you like that?
You're off to a good start.
I appreciate
Actually,
that.
I taught him everything he knows.
For the Blackstone Labs channel. So when you see when people do the rear delts on the pec deck,
Yep.
why sometimes you see people close all the way back? You see a lot of normal people do that.
So many people do this. This is one of the most highly just incorrectly performed exercises that I've seen. We spent a lot of time in a video a couple weeks back with the ab chick going over this, and it probably bored a lot of people, but this exercise can be done a number of ways. So if you're doing it on your back day, where they are now, you can actually get a lot of recruitment in all these muscles in the upper back, traps, everything else. So when I do this specifically on my delt day for posterior delts, or something that people need to understand is when you start coming back more than 90 degrees and you're just squeezing the muscles in your back like crazy. You're not really even engaging the rear delts anymore. You're actually disengaging them, and you're letting the traps and the rhomboids take over when you do that. So the most proper way to do it is you want to have your scapula completely stretched out, because when you're in this contracted state, your back is actually holding the weight and you're disengaging the rear delt more. So you want your scapula to be all the way forward, and you're just concentrating on pulling back with the posterior delt. Once you start squeezing back like this, those powerful traps take over and they squeeze everything. So now this is not necessarily incorrect as far as stimulating muscle. It's incorrect for properly stimulating the posterior delts the right way. So that's something that you really want to think about when you're training. If you are specifically trying to bring up your posterior delts, you would want to do it that way, fully outstretched to stop here.
Go straight to it, baby.
Did she surprise you?
Yeah, I had no idea. Just give it 20 plus. Since PJ put us through 20 reps on our back day, so we're gonna end it off with her. There we go. 3, 4. This is how you work right here. Like somebody just put AAA batteries in her or something. She's just still going. Just saw your back being dry to now sweating. Get that sweat.
Oh my gosh.
Sweat from one set. I'm just very sad. That's crazy. Hit a back post. Get some blood in there. Hard as you can. Hard. Hard. I don't know. Get at least about 100. Hard. There you go. Nice.
That's good.
Good. That's good. That's good.
I'll say I'm actually. Let's take a second before we talk about Katie. I'm pretty pleased with Keone's on-camera persona today. This is a side of him that we're not used to seeing. He had jokes. He had intellect. Navigated it well. Might have to start letting him train people instead of me when we bring everybody down here. Give me a break. I was very pleased with that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Does he ever train you ever?
He does, yeah. Or I'll, like I was telling you, I don't ever like to work out with people.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's the only person that I will work out with. And he pushes me, motivates me. So normally I'll just do whatever he does, and we'll just kind of, go back and forth like today.
I always make her do more than she's supposed to.
Yeah.
That's the benefit of having somebody with you. I actually hate training with anybody else either. I train with Marissa a lot. She gets more out of than me.
Look at your bicep.
But I'm with her in that training and getting in your zone. But when you have somebody there, I think it's different when someone's actually not training with you. If they're just making you train, you can keep the pace going really intense, force out more reps. It's easier to do drop sets and forced reps when you have somebody there like that. So it's certainly something that if you have the ability to do that at home when you're watching these videos, and take advantage of it. So now we have about, I think it's a little over 6 weeks until she's back on stage again. A little over 5 weeks until he's on stage. So lots of exciting stuff going on. I encourage you guys to follow along, especially now with Katie. You're seeing a lot more of her. You already see a lot of Keone. And let me know what you guys think of this video. I thought this one was really cool. And a big thank you to Pure Life, as always, for letting us film here. And as always, peace out.